And Richard Hammond, star of Richard Hammond's Workshop, is here with us now.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. You love cars without, you know, undoubtedly you love cars. You always have done. Any good at business?
No. It turns out 36 years working as a radio and television presenter do not prepare a person to be a businessman. They really don't. I'm absolutely useless.
Have you got dogs?
I've got four dogs. But
this feels a little bit like your workshop at times as well. You know, they're sort of
a bit messy.
Yes, the staff are running amok.
They do. I don't command respect. It's just something I don't. Some people do. You know, they walk in the room and they're like, oh, dogs include. No, look, there's
what are you
no
doing,
respect,
buddy?
Whatever he likes.
That's essentially what it is.
Cushions off.
What I love about the Smallest Cog, your business,
though,
is you can clearly see there's a great atmosphere. You just need to start making some money.
Stop it! You sound like my accountant. I know.
But watching that, I was going, come on, Richard.
No, what it is an unparalleled money disposal system.
Oh.
And it's brilliant. It's incredible. I could throw it in the river, or I could put it into the business,
burn
and it immediately removes any money that I should
Are you after my lip gloss? He's after my lip gloss, look.
Buddy,
That's my
always
secret
keep this here.
stash.
Come down here.
So when you're watching the show, just so you know, this is... anything else?
Put my phone and...
Don't dig too far.
No, don't, because there's probably chewing gum and tissues and all kinds of stuff.
Oh. Is it? But I mean, I think this is series 4. Series 4.
Yes.
Like, you would have hoped it would sort of be washing its face by now, Richard.
I mean, it came about because I worked with cars for decades and always loved them. I mean, they are the machine that humankind devised to go and get everything we need in life. You need shelter, but once you need anything else, food, water, a mate, resources, you've got to leave your cave. And so, not surprisingly, we are engineers first and foremost, because our thumbs do that. So we invented a machine that would do that. So I've always loved them. I've actually just dropped a film on Drive Tribe, our little digital enterprise, that explains where my love of cars and television comes from. And it was one day in Weston-super-Mare when I was 8, and we saw a man, what's he doing on the beach, talking to somebody who isn't there? And I realised it was Derek Griffiths. Do you remember him?
No.
What?
No. Not Derek...
Ben.
Well, tell me to Derek
He was on Play Away with Brian
yes, of course they do. Yeah, of course.
Children's TV presenter.
Yes.
And he was leaping about, and I was transfixed as an 8-year-old, going, look at that man talking, but there's nobody there, but there is. And then we left that, and I walked with my head full of that onto the gardens in front of the front out Weston-super-Mare. And there was a car show going on, and my 8-year-old brain just plugged them together, and that's my career.
And that's where you are.
So I've done that forever, but I've been talking about other people's work on Top Gear and on car shows before that and Grand Tour. And I thought, well, I want my own work to be out there. My grandfather was a coach builder. He built cars. So I thought, right, I want to have a go at doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm rubbish at it.
No, but what you are brilliant at, though, is the different stories that come within the show. Like Connor Yates, the autistic guy who's like Connor Yates. Richard Hammond, Connor Yates.
He's just... With his mum and the Lancia. What a beautiful car.
Cutest story.
Well, because the cars are just lumps of metal until people are involved. So some of them are massive, impressive projects. They came in with their little Lancia. It's not a particularly rare nor valuable car, but to them it's utterly priceless. It was her husband's favourite car in the world, and he knew he was terminally ill. And they agreed they'd buy this car before he passed. And he did drive it a few times, and then sadly he passed. So she and Connor were left, and the plan had always been to sell it. But at his wake at the house, she realised she wanted to escape all the noise and the hubbub, just have a quiet moment. And she went outside and thought, well, I'll go and sit in the car quietly. And as she sat there, she realised, I can't sell this.
Yeah, this is where he is.
This is my connection to him. So she and Connor, who was fabulous, they brought the car to us for a light restoration, which we duly did.
Yeah.
You can see it in the
just
series.
the brakes, wasn't it?
It was fab.
Yeah, just bits and pieces.
And lovely bits in the series as well, Richard, where your daughter gets involved. You do a little bit of a sort of time trialling in this. What's that? An Austin?
That's an Austin 7.
Austin
it's
7.
Where you... I'm no good as if I'm trying to inspire her. I hate watching this show. I see me with my daughter, and I can see me through both of my daughter's eyes, Willow and Izzy, and think, oh, you poor idiot.
It's brilliant. We're just talking about a story where the teachers are saying they should confront bad parenting, and
there it is. So what you do in trialling is you take a 90-year-old antique like that and then beat it up on the road.
Okay. But I think you should start printing T-shirts with "Give it loads of revs, loads of revs."
She wasn't afraid to give it revs, was she? Well, Isabella loves motorsport.
It's amazing.
But she likes Formula One.
Right, OK.
That kind of isn't Formula One.
It's amazing that that's sort of translated to your daughter, because interestingly, we were saying it at the start, you Jeremy and James, there's one last drive in you. You've got the Grand Tour.
I know.
One for the road is, I think it's out on Friday, and that's the last one.
That's the end. I know.
That is the end.
23 years. I know. It's.
That feels quite final.
It is. We've done it. We always wanted to land it on our own terms. It took off. You know, we started on Top Gear together 23 years ago, and it went berserk. We didn't know it was going to do that. So that was kind of out of our control, and we always wanted to make sure that when we finally landed our partnership together, it was on our terms, at a time, in a place, and in a manner of our choosing, and we have. But having done it, and the film is out, Friday, it's really weird.
Is it?
Can't get my head around it.
To feel a little bit sort of like you're a bit lost without it.
So I was working in little tiny TV and radio elsewhere until Top Gear, and it was Andy Willman and Jeremy who gave me the gig on Top Gear, and I'll be forever, ever grateful to them for that. And only then did I find myself coming to London. So little things today, like in the taxi here, and then pottering down, and the nice lady does your makeup, because this is me made up. This is as good as it gets. Literally, this is perfection. Yeah. She lost the handsome brush. I know I could do it.
That's not one.
Was used on him.
Just didn't work. Used it all up. And I sat there and thought, oh, wow, I've been doing this for 23 years because of that partnership. Yeah. And it ends. And I'll never do it again as being part of that.
That makes me have a bit of an achy heart, let alone you.
It's going to hit, I reckon, 6 months from now, I'll suddenly sit up in bed in the morning and go, oh, it's all over. It'll really hit me.
If you could go back 23 years and tell 23-year ago Richard what it was going to be like working with Jeremy. 31-year-old Richard. What it's going to be like working with Jeremy and James 23 years. What advice would you give him?
Well, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. No, I would say stick with it. It's going to be incredible. When I got the job, I said to Mindy, dear wife, they rang and said, would you like to join the team? I'll be honest, I burst into tears. I said, are you sure? Me? OK. And we opened a bottle of champagne, and I said to Min, this is going to change everything. And it did. It did. Yeah, there's been bad bits.
Yes.
But for anybody over 23 years, you've got good bits and bad bits. Yeah. We just sort of had it at a
They weren't pretty bad, though.
We had a sort of magnified level.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
He's back now.
Do you not listen to anything any of your guests say? You're not remotely
That was
interested.
a very sensitive bit we were just talking
that was
about
all,
then.
like,
That was supposed to be tears and heartstrings.
Snacks. Were there any snacks in it? Is there a snack in it?
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, team. It's very nice
lovely to see you.
The Smallest Cog is streaming on Discovery Plus.
It is on Discovery Plus.
Great.
There's a new one landing today, episode 3 of Series 4, and then the Grand Tour finishes on Friday. And that's me, that's my life. And then there's a dog.
Yeah.
There is a dog that's doing everything else.
Well, please find something embarrassing.
Give it some revs.
Please pull something out from under there.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.